Welcome, everybody. It's been a while to the Garlet's High Performance Garage channel. Yeah. Well, I just got done. It's a motherfucking Sunday, and man, I hate Sundays whether I work it or not. Came up here, took up the trash in the old squad car. Now I'm heading back home. And I came over here to this place to get a couple of things. I get a couple cucumbers and bought some cheese curds. And look here, see, make sure I don't get hit. And this price, oh Jesus Christ, this place is like pricing itself out of business here. They are going out of business anyway. But there's some shelves in there that have like fruit preserves, but we all call it jelly. They have those, or they're glass jars, and they have a bunch of different kinds of honey over there on the shelf. And they had this handwritten note under each little section. And they said this honey was like hypoallergenic and had all these antioxidants and all this other bullshit in it. It's like, okay, I get it. Wildflower honey is very good for you. It is. It's excellent. It's about one of the best things you can eat. That is sugar. If you want a fucking sugar fix, get one of them bottles and squirt that shit on your tongue and swallow it. Yeah, it'll definitely give you a sugar fix. But it's all natural stuff, and there's nothing added. And it's more or less bee vomit. So pretty goddamn good bee vomit, I'd say. But they didn't want to call it bee vomit, so they called it honey. So you get it. You get the fucking picture. But the biggest bottle of that honey in there, that wildflower honey, and it's like ranges from really dark to, kind of looks like it's got chunks of beeswax in it, and to really light honey, and it is like anywhere from $7 a bottle to $20 couple dollars a fucking jar. So I don't believe I'll be getting any there. I didn't get any, so I said fuck it. Boy, you talk about fucking hot prices. Fuck, that was crazy. So anyway, it's kind of a fucked up week this week. I was able to pull some unemployment, and I obviously didn't work any fucking place, so I was able to get a little bit of money, about $500, because Pennsylvania unemployment pays so much more than Maryland, about $200 more, and that's real close to just about $200 more, but not quite. His PA is like 605, and Maryland, getting all stuffy for some reason. Maryland is 425. So plus everybody's account in Maryland has a big red flag on it. I need to pick a day when I can sit through their automated system and go through the rigmarole of listening to that recording, because them people down there in Glenburnie fuck around. And plus, you know, they're saying that the state's broke and all that other shit. So I don't see how that's possible, because we all pay our taxes here. And if you don't, you're gonna be in some trouble, because, you know, that's how it works. So yeah, you're gonna be in some trouble if you're not paying your fucking taxes. That's all there is to it, you know. And I saw a video one time, I forget where it was at. I think it was on Facebook. It might have been Instagram. They were saying, oh, paying taxes is voluntary. You don't have to pay them. Yes, you do, because they come arrest your fucking ass if you don't. That's one part about the United States that's not free. And if you are not paying your fucking federal taxes or your state taxes, there are lots of consequences for you to pay. So I don't get where they're thinking that, no, hey, it's volunteer to pay federal taxes. No, it is something that you have to do. Because those assholes down in Congress eons ago said, hey, you got to start paying taxes. And now, like with the states, you got to pay your fucking federal or the property tax every fucking year, which is bullshit. You should only have to pay property tax once, and that's when you purchase the property. And then, you know, that's it. Y'all need to be glad that Harris didn't get in office, because she was going to put a capital gains tax on your property and your house. So when you every year you'd pay your taxes, it would go up. It would be like a varied fucking like an interest rate that changes every year. You would have to pay more on your fucking property and on your mortgage. That she would put a capital gains tax with your mortgage. And all that other shit. And this capital gains tax would go up and up and up and up and up, to the point where people would lose their homes. They would be homeless, you know, within a 5 to 10 year span, because the capital gains tax would be so high that you would have to pay it, you know, at the end of the year or whatever, that you would be completely fucking broke and you'd be starving to death, and you'd have no power. You'd have, you know, you would have anything, because the capital gains tax would bankrupt you and break you. So if anybody comes up to anybody, if you're a Trump voter, and they come up and they give you shit for voting for him because they know you did, or you tell them you did, or whatever, and they turn around and give you shit, all you have to do is throw that into them about that capital gains tax. Of course, they won't care. They're still going to toot their horns, because, you know, they are, you know, there's crazy shit going on. They got their minds made up, and they're very, very dumb, some of them. Well, I can't really say that they're all fucking stupid, but you know. So now I'm gonna go in the garage here for a minute, and fuck. Had a guy laugh at that sticker earlier up here. Ooh. All right. Do 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 do. Dog, was you rolling around in the dirt? Yes, you were, weren't you? Huh? Crazy bastard. And my garage is getting darker. I did wax on the truck here a little bit. It's really shining pretty nice. And some of the whites come out too. I still need to do like the center of the hood back. I was just messing around with it. Oh shit, left my lid off my compound. There we go. Don't do that, idiot. There we go. I buffed out my fender back here. I buffed out a little more, and I burnt some of it right there. But all in all, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty decent. I mean, it's just spray paint. I hit the edge of the cab here, did the top of the door. Yes, not bad. Not bad at all. And we decided the cowl and brought it back out a little bit. It's still kind of dull, but what can you do? Got a whole hell of a lot you can do. So, anywho. Let me get my camera holder out of here. Here we go. And the Chevelle, I polished on it a little bit. I touched up some spots. The clear coat is coming off. So anyway, here we go. All right. Just gonna make a Just gonna make a short video here. Put my wallet under here, prop it up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. There we go. Anyway. You know what's funny? Just want to say one thing about this. Is, you know, these Democrats were squealing about, you know, the climate change and how, you know, we need to do our part and we all need to purchase electric cars. Just hell-bent on this electric car thing. They had the 2030 mandate of all the manufacturers not building any more gasoline or diesel vehicles, that they were all going to have to go to electric, and we're going to phase out the internal combustion engine forever. Well, Trump and his crew turned that around, and the EPA has lifted the restrictions on emissions for diesel and gasoline engines. So we will no longer be needing catalytic converters or any kind of DEF fluid bullshit on diesels, and where you fellas are going to be able to roll some fucking coal. And I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. But as far as I know, it's in effect now. So all of my Panther bodies out here are going to be losing their cats as soon as I can possibly physically get under them and cut them off and put pieces of pipe in their place. So I would imagine this happening would reduce the cost of catalytic converters. Now, no other country on the planet puts catalytic converters or emissions equipment on their vehicles. You know, that's why, you know, Ford, GM, and Dodge love importing their stuff overseas, because they don't have to put all the garbage on those cars. And, you know, the United States, they wonder why nobody wants to bring their cars over here because they had that crazy emission standards. So it's like, you gotta, oh yeah, we have these standards, you have to comply. And now you don't. It's done. It's over. And they put protections in place so nobody can change it. Because, and this is another reason I say that, of course, climate change is not real. But I'll have a thing up on this when I post this on YouTube that, about the climate change science and stuff and this and that and the other and blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. It ain't real. It's not real. And I will fight to the bone to tell you it's not real. Because once again, we need the carbon. Our plants need carbon. Okay? That carbon is vital to our plants because our plants produce oxygen, which we breathe. Never forget that. I learned that in 3rd grade. I've said this on many of my videos. I've learned this in 3rd grade science class, okay? They show you, plus I had crop and soil science in high school. We have transplanted plants from pots to the ground and from the ground to pots, and they live, they survive, and weeds are about the strongest fucking plants you could ever have, and when you weed your garden, if you let the weeds lay in there, those motherfuckers will replant themselves, overnight damn near, or within a day or two. They will be replanted in the fucking ground, and that ain't no shit. I've seen it. I've done it. I've been lazy and not cleaned up my weed pile. Those motherfuckers will get themselves down in that dirt, and they will replant themselves and start growing again. And weeds rob nutrients from plants that you want to save. Because they're a bunch of pirates like that. That's what they do. But in another thing that tells me, that obviously tells you that climate change is not real. Now, the Democrats, like Chuck Schumer and all them, they have their little Antifa crew running around firebombing all the Tesla dealerships. Because they're going to teach that man a thing or two from starting that fucking department of, wasted bullshit that they're finding all through the government. And now they're firebombing Tesla dealerships with, Molotov cocktails and, shit like that. And shooting the Cybertrucks with high-powered rifles. But, the anti-gun environmental party is doing this to us. They're running around doing it. And really, all I have to say about Tesla is I will never own one, ever. I don't care what happens to electric cars. The less, the better. But I'm like this. If you want one, go fucking get one, I guess. If that's what you want. We live in the free country. We live in the greatest country in the world. And, you want an electric car? Go fucking buy the son of a bitch. If you want a gasoline car, go get it. You want a diesel? Go get it. I have no fucking problem with anybody buying this stuff. If you want to buy it, fine, go buy it. But now, all of a sudden, the Democrats are against electric cars now all of a sudden. So, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, hey, don't you dare buy an electric car, because we'll fucking... They got people that... Well, those Teslas have cameras all over them. That's how they come from the factory. They come equipped with cameras because they monitor their blind spots and when they have that autonomous drive system engaged. And they record constantly, these fucking cameras. They got guys... Well, men and women and old people keying, taking the fucking keys out of the switch out of their car or their house key and running it down the side of them, keying them all up, scratching them up. And it's like it catches them red-handed. And it's pretty funny. I had to laugh. I seen a couple videos on YouTube about that. And it had these guys, this one guy confronted him. He's like, well, hey, I saw you on my video on my fucking Tesla the other day. You keyed my fucking car up, asshole. I was like, I hope you feel good about yourself. You're going to jail. And that guy's like, oh, whatever. And he got in his car, backed out of the parking spot and left. Yeah. Cameras don't lie, man. They don't lie. They may add a few pounds to you, it looks like. But other than that, yeah, they got you. They got you. You're doing shit to somebody's car, they got you. So, all I do is yawn. Now, tomorrow, I have a test to take. The guy that hired me, one of my old bosses, hired me back. The one I ran the street sweeper for. He wants me to take a traffic control manager exam. I have a course to sit through tomorrow. It's about 6 hours in length. So you're talking 4 hours of presentation, videos, and which I'm going to have to take notes on probably, so I can pass this fucking thing, because I have a shitty memory. And it's basically, you have to know what it consists of to like block half of a road off and keep traffic flowing and keep safe. That's what a traffic control manager does. He sits in a vehicle and he monitors the site and makes sure that everybody's doing what they need to do in a safe way. So it's a thing you take. You take this exam every 4 years, which is a pain in the dick. I don't know why I just can't just take it once and then, just study some updated material if they change things. But you got to take an exam and you got to sit through it. It's like a mining fucking safety class. You got to be in it all day long. But they don't quiz you at the end of the mining safety training. You just watch the videos. They refresh you on safety, and that's it. It's basically common sense. If you don't have common sense, you shouldn't be on these jobs working them, because you're going to kill somebody. But this is dealing with the public, and you got to get people around work areas in a safe manner. You got to keep traffic flowing. If it's one lane, you got it blocked off. It's like things like you got to know the spacing of the cones to block the road off, the barriers set up if there's any, where the flaggers stand, what side of the road they got to stand on. Oh man, I can't stop fucking yawning. Jesus Christ. But anyhow, that'll probably make you yawn too. It's contagious. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what it is. And then you have to report anything that there's any accidents or anything like that. You got to report this stuff. You got to write it down, whatever. And I'm not a real good test taker, but I'm not a complete fucking moron. I mean, if I just pay attention and listen, I should be able to pass it. But from what I understand, I think you can look back on and find the answer to each question. It's like a multiple choice test. And by the time I get back to that son of a bitch, oh God. The thing is, it's 2 hours they give you to take the multiple choice section at the end, and you cannot get up and do shit. You can't take a break. You can't do nothing. So it's like, take your pee breaks in between the videos when they give you breaks. Take your piss breaks, drink your water. Well, you can drink water the whole fucking time, but take your piss breaks, take a shit, whatever you got to do. Shove something down your fucking cake hole, and then, keep getting her. I think I'm probably going to forgo most of the breaks. I'm not going to take a lot of them because I'm not a smoker no more, and I don't need to go out every 10 fucking seconds to smoke a goddamn cigarette or put a chew of snuff in and spit all over the place. I don't need to do any of that shit. So we're not going to do that. So, but anyhow, this past week has been a very fucked up week. It felt fucked up. It's kind of loony. Yeah. So, I met up with some guys I, worked with and did a few things, and, not a whole hell of a lot going on, but I went out and drank with some old friends there Monday night, and I don't know. I should have stayed my ass at home, but I didn't, and I don't know. It was a dumb thing. I shouldn't have went out. I should have just stayed the fuck home here, because then I caught hell when I got home. So, shocker there. What else is new, right? But anyway, I figured I'd say something about that, because, they got that Elon Musk, they got him marked for death. So, I think that's awful. I mean, I'm kind of neutral on this guy. I mean, I can't sit here and say that I love him to death. He is a good financial guy, and he has found a lot of fraud in the government, because obviously there is a shit pile of fraud in the government, because you can see it. It's there. It's that's what it is. And you have fraudulent bullshit going on, because all those politicians are fucking dirty as shit. And it's on both sides of the fucking aisle. They're making themselves into fake contractors for the fucking military. They're making themselves, fake charities and funding stupid shit. Like y'all heard about the Sesame Street in Iran. It's like, they're our enemies. Why would you bring that to them? Why would you waste your time with that stupid shit? I don't get that. I don't understand that, other than, it's an excuse to get money. They're all they all got their hands in the cookie jar. So, but anyway, this nice polish that I got, I have polishing compound. I thought it was turtle wax, but it's not. I used this shit years and years ago. Back when I had my first car, and my sister had this stuff, and we used it on Dad's GTO back when I was a little kid, as it had lacquer paint and it was real dull. It's just this stuff here. It's backwards on here, but the stuff here, it seems like it's pretty good stuff. It's like a cleaner. And it takes off rust. It takes off oxidation. You can use a machine with it. If you have sensitive skin, it'll cause a little skin irritation, so they say. If you have an allergy to this kind of shit. Let's see. Danger! I'll have to take my glasses off for this, because I can't see. Well, then, causes skin irritation, may cause allergic skin reaction, may cause genetic defects, may cause cancer, causes damage to organs, kidneys, in parentheses, through prolonged or repeated exposure if inhaled. Obtain special instructions before use. Do not handle until all safety precautions have been read and understood. Do not breathe. What does that say? Dust, fume, gas, mist, vapors, or spray. Wash skin thoroughly after handling. Do not eat, drink, smoke when using this product. Contaminated work clothing should not be allowed out of the workplace. Wear protective gloves, protective clothing, eye protection, face protection, store locked up. Dispose of contaminant, or what's it say? Dispose of contents container to an approved waste disposal plant. Are you fucking shitting me? All these warnings are on this? Now that's hilarious. That's funny. Anyhow. I have to take my glasses off to read fine print because I'm getting old. I need bifocals in my glass, and I refused to get them last time. So, yeah, fuck bifocals, because they make me high step and shit, and people think that I'm a fucking retarded idiot when I'm walking, because it takes me a long time to adjust to that shit. But this stuff here too, I got this. Now I'm not a Meguiar's guy, okay? A lot of their shit I've used in the past has not impressed me and does not work very good. At least I don't think. Now, I bought their cleaner wax today. It's for marine and RV use. And it says removes light oxidation of minor scratches, restores gloss and color to gel coat, provides superior durable protection. Now, I used this on the truck here. It's got old acrylic enamel paint on it. And here it is. It's in the blue fucking bottle. Here. That shit, that is some good shit. I'm telling you, this is some good shit. I never thought it would bring that out. And this polished up the spray painted stuff on this truck that I spray painted because I don't care. Yeah. Oh my, are there any precautions on this? You're not supposed to drink it, obviously. Do not swallow. Ha ha, ladies. Ha ha ha. It's for you out there, but please swallow. For us, please. I'm such a dick. Anyway, it says do not swallow the wax. Wash thoroughly after handling. Wash what? Doesn't say what to wash. Oh my God. Obviously your hands. Close container after each use. Keep out of reach of children. Inhalation hazard. So remove person to fresh air. If you are concerned, get medical advice. Skin contact. Wash skin with soap and water. If symptoms persist, get medical attention. Eye contact. No need for first aid is anticipated. So if you get this in your eye, it's not a big deal. If swallowed, do not induce vomiting. Rinse your mouth out. If you feel unwell, get medical attention. Yeah. Contains C11-13 synthetic. I don't know what the hell that word is. Okay, I can't read none of that shit. Those are fancy terms of shit that my redneck brain can't fucking read or comprehend, whatever. It's got some kind of weird ingredients. Yeah, so it says use Meguiar's number 52 quick clean to maintain your boat or RV's gloss finish. It can be used daily, anywhere and anytime to remove fresh contaminants and will increase gloss and protection in between waxing. Store and transport in a secure, upright position. Okay. Non-abrasive formula removes light oxidation, mirror finishes while providing lasting protection. Yeah. All right. Well, it's some good shit. Well, it's not. Well, it says cleaner wax, so I don't know. And then it claims that it's not wax. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. And I got something else. Where is it? I haven't used it yet. It's the Chemical Guys Blazing Banana Spray Wax. It's a spray detailer. Natural Carnauba Spray Gloss. And it says enhanced depth and reflection, mirror finish for all colors, durable high gloss protection. Don't spray it in your fucking eyeballs. This is what it looks like. Anyhow, I bought it the other day at CarQuest, which is not a cheap place to go for anything, obviously. But it's got a spray and it's got a stream setting on the fucking nozzle here. Why would you need a fucking stream setting for wax? Really? It looks like some tangy orange juice in there, I'm telling you. It looks like it's all tangy. It's the astronauts drink. When they're not going into space, because I don't think they go there. Anyhow, yeah. This shit, I don't really know if it works or not. I'm going to try it and see what happens. Maybe we'll put a little bit of it on the old truck here. Ooh, it's smooth as a baby's bottom. I'm telling you. But anyway. Oh, baby. Anyhow, there you go. I still like Mother's Wax. Probably the best stuff I ever used is that Liquid Luster Pink Wax. If you can get online, just type in Liquid Luster or Pink Wax. It'll come up. Good shit. Very good stuff. It takes swirl marks away. You don't have to use a machine with it. It'll take the swirl marks right away. And it works fairly well. I bought 3 bottles of it. I gave one to my dad. I took one and I gave one to one of my neighbors. And boy, it was some good shit. And I used it. A little bit goes a long way. Plus, you can water it down a bit if you want to, and it still works fairly well. I put it on a buffing wheel and hit the old Chevelle with it there one time, and it really brought out that clear coat even more. Plus, there was no swirl marks, and it seals it. It's like a sealer. Like the gray 3M polish, sealer polish. That stuff works really good too. Now, there's some stuff out there that ain't worth fuck. Some of that old-ass paste wax, I don't care for because, well, I tell you what, if you want to work out and you want to build some strong arms, get that old paste wax and put on stuff. Like the old Simon Eyes, and there was this one wax I saw one time when I was a kid. It was called Rally Wax. I forget who makes that shit. I used that one time on my sister's Camaro, and it, wouldn't come off. We put it on there. Her car was brown, it wasn't a dark brown or a light brown. It was kind of in the middle. It's kind of like a medium type brown. And we put that shit on there. And I could not get it to fuck off to save my ass. I had a hell of a time getting it off. I did get it off eventually. And it was awful. And I mean, you just about had to rub your guts out to get that shit to fuck off there. So, anyway, if you want to build some strong arms, for sure, get that old paste wax and put on something. But make sure your car's cooled off, because I think we were outside underneath the old tree in the yard that my dad cut down. Well, he planted it when he was a kid, and then he cut it down. But, yeah, it was some lethal shit. And plus, it sat in the trunk of her car for, through all the seasons, and it was some pretty nasty shit when I went to use it. It was almost dried to fuck up. There was one part, it was like a circular container, and it was probably about that thick. Had that tin cap on it. You had to pry off with a fucking screwdriver. And a big chunk of it like that on the side was fucking completely fucking dry. And we were sprinkling water and stirring it around, and we got it to break up and stuff, and we used it, and it was awful shit. It was so bad. But it did make the water beat up for a long time on the car. And then there was another one I used. I used to use Rain Dance all the time on the yellow Chevelle I had when I was 16. I put the old Rain Dance to her, and it did exactly what it said. It made the rain dance off of it, because I'd ran that car in the rain. Just shouldn't have, but I did. But anyway, that's some of my adventures with wax. But me and my dad, we buffed that car when we bought it, that other 70 Chevelle. It was a dark green. So it was a light green from the factory, like this one used to be, and somebody painted it dark green, and we had to fix the one fender. It had a dent in it. We fixed the fender. It was right behind the marker, or the headlight rings. You know, the 70 Chevelle's got the double headlight ring. It was right behind it, and he had beat it out there, and we fixed the dent. Well, he did. I didn't, because I didn't know how to do body work back then. Fuck, I was 14 years old when we got that car, so I didn't know how to fucking do that stuff. But I learned. It's a good thing for you to learn. I mean, my dad is not a body man whatsoever, but he does enough to get by, so he taught me what he knew, and I used that knowledge. So anyhow, we used this stuff like this, here, like this compound here, to bring out that fucking paint, and it worked. You don't do a swirl. It's not Karate fucking Kid wax on, wax off shit. You put your fucking, damn dogs, you put your fucking elbows into it. Use a little elbow grease. Use this little fucking dog up here. This little dog is such a dickhead. Get him, get him, get him. These fucking dogs up here, I'm telling you. I got a piece of fascia hanging off the garage here. This little dog, this wee little dog, it runs over here and bites at my dog's fucking ankles and shit all the time. He's like, where the fuck are you at? Yeah, that little dog, that's, my sister's dog. And it always comes over or down here and fucks with my dog all the time, pisses him off, and well, it is what it is though. But anyhow, everybody, I think we're gonna end on that to have the little dog fight championships out here in the yard. I think mainly they fuck with him because I have him on a chain. Because if I don't, he's going to chase cars. He's going to get hurt. And what's going to happen is he's going to get hurt bad enough, because I can't afford to take any dogs to the vet right now. I just don't have that kind of money. And unfortunately, if something happens to him, I'll be the one to have to put him down if it comes to that. And that's why I keep him on a chain. Everybody thinks I'm an inhumane dick, that I'm a son of a bitch for keeping that dog on a chain. But it's not like he stays on it constantly. He comes in. Either me or my son bring him in at night, and he eats his food, and he makes his rounds to each of us, and we pet him, and and he has his tail going, and he's knocking shit down everywhere he's walking, because he's like a bull in a china shop. And then he goes in, I open the toilet lid for him, he drinks the fucking toilet bowl dry every night, and then he goes and runs around a little bit. He'll stick his head down the trash can, and I'll bitch at him for it. And then I'll ask him, You know, because when he really gets into stuff, I'll ask him. I'm like, "You want a treat?" And he'll run over and he'll open up his kennel, because I keep him in a kennel at night because I don't trust him out while I'm asleep, because I don't know what he's going to get into. He will get into trash. He will get into anything that's paper and tear it up. That's just how he is. He's a crazy ass fucking German Shepherd. And I'll say, "You want a treat?" He'll run over to his kennel. He'll open the door up. He'll get right in there, and he'll sit there and wait for me to give him a dog biscuit. I have those dog bones, those, I forget what they're called, but they're in the shape of a bone, and I have the big ones, and I'll give him one of those. He'll nail that thing and chew it up, and I'll give him another one. Sometimes I give him two, sometimes I'll give him one. Depends on how many I got left, because he goes through them, and I mean goes through them. But I have to feed him food like lamb and rice or chicken and rice, because like give him joint formula and stuff like that, and sensitive stomach stuff, because German Shepherds have sensitive stomachs. And I fed him Gravy Train for a week one time. Oh my God, that was a disaster. That dog, I'd never heard a dog fart and blow diarrhea out his ass like that fucking dog did. That week I fed him Gravy Train. Don't recommend the Gravy Train all the time. Unless you have a mutt that's not a purebred. It seems like purebred dogs are pretty strong, or not purebred. It seems like mutt dogs that are two different breeds, or three, or however many, 57 variety dogs, they live forever, unless they get something wrong with them, like something bites them, or like one dog I had got a tick bite, and I didn't know it, and he got Lyme disease, and it killed him. I ended up having to put him down because he just wasn't surviving. He was dying. And he was a mutt. He was a black lab and boxer mix. You couldn't get a smarter fucking breed. I mean, sharp as a tack, good dog. He's very hyper. I kept him on chain too, because he was another car chaser. But he listened to me when I hollered at him. He would listen. He was a good dog. And I loved him to death. And it really broke my heart to put him down. But he was suffering, so I had to do it. And I had another dog before him that was a pit bull boxer. He was brown and white, light-colored dog. He was a tick magnet. All I got done doing was pull ticks off of him. He chased cars like a motherfucker. I left him run loose, which was a big mistake. Huge mistake. Dog was smart as a whip. Because, pit bulls are smart breed. They're very intelligent. And you can teach them things easily. I had this dog doing tricks and stuff. And I was home one day. I wasn't working. I think I was drawing unemployment back then too. And he was out here with the other group of dogs, with my sister's dogs. And they were ripping and tearing out here playing. And a vehicle went up the road here. And I heard all of their toenails a-clicking on the blacktop out here. Then I heard one of them holler. And I was like, uh-oh, that didn't sound good. So I went down, and what had happened, he was chasing this tool truck up the road here, and I guess he got his foot stuck in the wheel somehow, and it thrashed and throwed him around, and he got loose, and he was down there on my mom's steps, sitting down there. He was like down in the front, and he had his ass in the air, and he got brain damage. He got hit in the head. I guess he hit his head off the blacktop a bunch out here because he was caught in the wheel. And it smacked his head off the ground a couple times, and his one pupil in his one eye would not dilate when you flashlight in it. He lost the use of his front legs. He could not make them function. And he was a mess, and I gathered him up. He had a metallic blood smell on him, that like deer get when you shoot one. I don't know if any of you know what that is or not, but I could smell it. I could smell the blood on him, and I don't know where it came from, but he wasn't bleeding presently. I brought him in the house. I laid him on the couch, and I tried to comfort him a little bit. He was in pain. I took him to the vet. This asshole down there wasn't the guy that owned the place. It was another motherfucker that was working there, and they all have commission. He fed me a line of shit to keep me bringing this dog back. Oh, well, let's give him a shot of this, and let me keep him for observation overnight. So I let him do that. I left him there. Next morning, I went down, and I'm like, how is he doing? Oh, well, because it's time neither of his pupils would dilate, and the one started dilating. Oh, he's showing brain function, on that side again. But he still couldn't move his legs up front. Still couldn't move his front legs. And I told him, I said, he's laying around. He's not going to get any exercise. I said, this dog is going to die slowly, painfully. And he's like, well, take him home, and if you have any troubles, bring him back down. It's like, really? I did take him home. I brought him home here. And I messed with him that weekend. I had to take him outside and lay him down. I had a chain out here close to the garage. I put a chain on him so he couldn't wander off far. He could get around, but it was really slow, and he had a time, and he would just lay out here. After I had a dog box out here. He did get in there, and he just laid in there. And it was so sad to see him just lay around like that. And I was upset with myself for not having them euthanize him at that time. So I ended up taking him back. I talked to the guy that owned the vet's office down there. And I said, give it to me straight. I said, don't sugarcoat a bunch of fucking bullshit. I said, like this other little asshole over here, this short little bastard that keeps lying to me. I said, what the fuck is going on with this dog? I said, nobody's telling me shit. And he goes, well, he checked him out. They drew blood. They did all kinds of tests. And he says, obviously this dog has brain damage. And he goes, what happened to him? And I told him he was in an accident. He got drug up the road. He got his head smacked off the blacktop. And he goes, yeah. He said, this dog has brain damage and he's not going to heal up. I was even contemplating on buying a set of wheels that he could put his upper body on and tie it to him so he could run around the yard here. And I was going to do that, but he was in so much pain. He just, in the middle of the night, he would howl and holler in the living room because I'd bring him in at night to sleep, and it was awful. It was so terrible, made me feel so bad for this dog, and he was such a great dog. I miss that son of a bitch. I think about him sometimes. I miss that fucking dog. He was such a good dog. He wasn't humongous. He had a big chest on him and stuff, but he didn't have the big pit bull head on him. He had the boxer head on him. And he had I don't know, his ears were kind of weird, but not like the dog after. The dog I had after, he had a lab ear and a boxer ear. It was fucked up looking. Because when he would perk his ears up, the one would flop and the other one would stick up. And that was hilarious. But anyhow, this I had to take him down. I had them put him down, and then they had cremated him. And that was it. That was the end. And it seemed like at that time, every time I was going down to this vet, that I had animals dying that were being put down. And I had other animals I had to take care of put down too. So it was terrible. That's what sucks. That's why I didn't want any more dogs. I didn't want any more because they die way before you do. And when they do that, it's like, fuck, what am I going to do now? Oh, well, then you just buy another one. No, I don't want to buy another one. I didn't want this one I have now. I did not want him because I just didn't want no more. Because you get attached to animals and you teach them things, and they, whenever you constantly mess with them, they have respect for you. They get respect, and they listen to you, and they see you as the dominant force in the whole relationship, and they're good. They definitely are man's best friend, that's for sure. But then it's hard to see him leave. It's hard to have to put them down or watch them die of either old age or of, something that happens. They get hit by cars. I monitor this dog pretty goddamn close. So I'm to the point now where most of the time I don't have to leash him to bring him out. I'll look at him when I bring him out in the morning. I'll look at him right in the eye, and I'll say, look at me. And he'll look right at me, and I'll say, go to your chain. He will run right up there, and he'll go to his chain. He'll be sniffing around, pissing around, walking around and stuff. And I'll tell him, come over here, and I'll grab the chain. I'll hook him up. I'll give him water. I'll pet him a little bit. And then he goes on his running back and forth, barking at every goddamn thing that moves. So then in the evening, when I come out to get him, unhook him, I'll say, get to the porch. He'll run over. He'll run back and forth between me and that porch 8 or 10 times. We make a couple circles around the trailer. And then he'll get right up on that porch, and he will spin around in circles and wait for me to open that door so he can go in and eat his food. And, it's cute. And it's a routine where you get them to do the same thing over and over. But what was different, though, it was so cold in January and February that I had to keep him inside all the time. I didn't let him out because it was too fucking cold to keep a dog outside on a chain. You just can't do that when it's that cold. And he has a box with straw in it, but still, you can't just let him sit out there. So anyway, I need to head in the house now and see what's on the dinner menu for today. And this video overran because I was talking about shit and running my mouth. So, anyway, everybody, have a good one. Have a good week. I don't know, maybe I'll make another video if I have a nice day or two or any time to fuck around with some car shit. We'll see what the fuck's going on, and I'll go from there. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Everybody have a good one. See you on the next one, maybe.